I'm on Broadway Danny Rose up in this piece. They all pass me by. Right, Mike? Why are you agreeing with that, Mike? Mike, you're supposed to go, no, Tom, they don't. But they do. I'll take the honesty, Mike. I'll take the honesty. I'll take the hit. So tonight, this is what we're doing. Night of 1,000 Pardos. You all know Don Pardo, the guy who does who did the announcing on Saturday Night Live, where he'd be like, "It's Saturday Night Live," like that. And so everybody can pretty much do a Don Pardo impression. So you call in. You do it as if, you can say as if somebody's a cast member, as if they're the musical guest or the host. And you could do real people that were in the cast. You can do them, but it's like, I will say one thing. When you say Danny Dillon, and you're like, what a loser. It's like, yeah, she still was on SNL. What are you doing? And your host, Brian Williams. Remember when he hosted that windbag? That fabulist? The liar. Oh, I didn't realize the story I told about being in a helicopter that was getting shot at wasn't real. You not exactly the kind of things you get wrong when you... Oh, did I say that happened to me? That I was in a helicopter getting shot at? Oh, it didn't. What a clown. Got the nerve to put Lana Del Rey down. How dare you? How dare you? Her music just gets better and better. Maybe we won't do this thing, this Don Pardo thing. We'll just play some Lana Del Rey tonight. Be great to get everybody here. Everybody comes in. And I got Mike and Pat and Jason sitting out there. And then meanwhile, I just play records. Right? Why not? Feet don't fail me now. Get me to the finish line. Brian Williams. So that's what you call. Back on point, Tom. Get back on the subject here at hand. The matter at hand. Night of 1,000 Pardos. And you do one, and then let's see if you keep going. And if you do the first one well, I'll let you do a second one. Then you're just going to get... And you're just going to get the axe. But we'll see how long you can string them together. Who's good here, Mike? Are there any non-Don Pardo calls? Which line? Line 2. Best show, hi.
It's Saturday Night Live with your host, Tom Scharpling, on featuring A.P. Mike, Pat Byrne, Jason Gore, and the special guest performers, Frankie Cosmos, with the Saturday Night Band. Ladies and gentlemen, Tom Scharpling!
See, now there you go. That's how we start this off. Thank you, Avalanche Bob. I get to say...
How are you, Tom?
Oh, you're full of
I'm
life.
rocking, baby. How you doing?
From St. Paul, Minnesota. Let's hear it.
Alan Cordhorn.
Okay. Go forward.
Come again?
You can do another.
Okay. Joe Piscopo.
All right, you're out of here. You lost it. Pumps in a bump. Pumps in a bump. Hey! Remember when MC Hammer was like tough, and suddenly he did that song, Pumps in a Bump, and the video was like sleazy. And when I was directing music videos, I pitched a few bands on an all guy Pumps in a Bump shot-for-shot remake. No indie band would go along with it. I was like, let's do all-male, pumps and a bump, greased-up guys partying with an indie rock band. And unsurprisingly, every indie rock band, not the video they wanted to make.
Well, had my dumb indie rock band stayed together and had the budget for you, we probably would have.
You could have done it. Yeah.
Probably would have gone for that idea.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
Look. So what do you got? What do you? Well, first of all the best to you and yours in Oakland.
Thank you.
So what do you got? Get right to the meat of the matter here.
The Don Pardo impression.
Yes.
This has been a game with some friends back in Chicago. So to see this announced was very exciting. So I have one, and if it works, I will do my best.
Don't equivocate. Don't equivocate. Just do it.
Okay. Musical guest, Millions of Dead Cops.
All right, keep going. Or is that it?
And your host, Kyrie Irving.
All right, you lost us on the Kyrie Irving. You got soft on the end. Goodbye. Pumps and a bump. Pumps and a bump. Hey, we like to go. Best show, hi.
Hey, how's it going, Tom?
It's going well. To whom am I speaking?
This is Nick in Austin.
Nick in Austin. What do you got here?
I got a Don Pardo for you. This is a name I've always wished he was able to do.
Let's hear it.
And your host, Armie Hammer!
Okay, you're out of here. A little too high pitched. Pardo was never in a panic about things. That guy sounded like he was vaguely scared. He would have said, "And your host, Armie Hammer." Yeah, but look, we'll find the balance. Right, Mike?
Yo, G, peep this. 12 noon, pumps and the bumps affair. It's on, and it's all good.
Best show, hi.
Hey, this is Jeremy calling from Los Angeles.
What's up, Jeremy? Well, what's up in Los Angeles tonight?
Just sweating. It's very hot.
It's hot? Well, why don't you heat it up even a little bit more with your Don Pardo?
All right. Musical guest, Tony.
That's very good. Very good. Now keep going.
And your host, Yahoo Serious. I don't know.
You should have said, first of all, you coughed, which Don Pardo would never cough. Actually, he would have. Toward the end of that guy's run, they were getting a little sloppy in there. Although nothing was as sloppy as, what's-his-face they got in there now. What's his name? Daryl,
Hammond?
Daryl Hammond is in there, and he said, he's like, and your host, John Mulvaney. When John Mulaney was hosting, he called him John Mulvaney. It's like, this guy was a writer when you worked here. You worked alongside this guy. And your host, John Mulvaney. They should have walked him out of the building. Next thing you should have seen was Daryl Hammond with a cardboard box with a plant in it going down the elevator.
So I guess there won't be a night of 1,000 Hammonds anytime soon.
And your host, Yahoo Serious. You should have gone up on Serious, but you didn't. You're done. Let's just get right to the thing here. What do you got?
All right. And musical guest, spoken word from Henry Rollins.
Right. That keeps you alive. The impression's not so hot, but the okay. What else? Let's hear another one.
I'm your host, Kevin Smith.
That would be the weirdest episode of SNL. Kevin Smith is the host, and the musical guest is Henry Rollins doing spoken word. You got one more?
Yeah. Story, Macaulay Culkin.
All right, now you're done. Guy made it to 3. 3's the most so far. That guy. Guy did it. Best show. Hi.
Hi, I'm here to do the Night Without some Pardos.
Now, what's your name now?
My name is Farad.
Farad. All right, let's hear
Yes.
what you got, Farad.
Okay. It's Saturday Night Live with musical guest Cher.
All right, keep going.
I was up to one name here. Okay, so Phil Hartman, Tracy Morgan, Dennis Miller, Kevin Nealon, Jan Hooks, and starring Elliot Gould.
Okay, that's very good. This guy's in the lead so far. All right, thanks, buddy.
No problem.
Best show. Hi. What's going on tonight, my friend?
Well, I'm going to try this Night of a Thousand Pardos.
I can't wait to hear this.
I will say, the last person, the technical aspect of his Pardo, I think that's the standard for tonight. That's the one to beat.
I think so. I'm being told that guy is a ringer who actually is a professional announcer.
Oh.
Someone is telling me. So look, and there was nothing about this being an amateur contest. It's not even a contest. It's just an event. There's no prize. I ain't giving no prize out. I ain't giving no prize out on this. But he does announcing for other things. So good for him. It's nice to know some announcements. Announcers like listening to this show.
Yeah.
So let's hear it. Don't worry about him. You don't worry about him.
I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not worried about him. Okay. With Salacious B. Crumb.
Okay, so Salacious Crumb from the little creepy dude from Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
The guy who was like, that guy.
Yeah.
The Muppet dude, he's in the cast of SNL in your
Kit
world.
Fisto.
Say that again?
Kit Fisto.
Who's that now?
He was in the prequels. He was a Jedi.
Okay.
Bib Fortuna.
So Bib Fortuna.
Lobot.
Lobot, one of the bounty hunters.
Mean Numbed.
Who?
Mean Numbed.
I don't know who that is.
He's a little mouse-looking guy that's flying the thing. I don't know. He was flying a thing.
Was he the one who was next to Lando when they're flying the thing, and he's just like, well, I can't get through the. He's like, we can't make it through that thing, and then
that's him.
Oh,
Wicked W. Warwick.
See, I'm telling you, this is right now. If you wrote for that other guy, you guys would be like a juggernaut.
Well, you can. I'm in the phone book.
In the phone book, great. Well, that
featuring Dexter Jester.
Dexter Jester owned a very popular cafe.
Malachili the Rancor Keeper. His musical guest.
Say it.
Five Snoodles and the Max Rebo Band.
There it is, the Max Rebar Band. You know, one of the great things about this is as Jason is throwing out these dumb names that are just complete garbage, but on this planet right now, there are probably a few tons worth of action figures of these ironically funny characters that tons of pollution, like probably 5 years was shaved off of Earth's existence,
Right.
To make sure that there was a Salacious Crumb action figure,
Or a snaggletooth.
yes, to make sure
There's
that
There's a 4x4 hole in the ozone.
Yeah,
For snaggletooth.
Yes, exactly. Bib Fortuna. There's some rays coming through now.
Yeah.
In the hole that was created so that there could be a Bib Fortuna action figure.
They should name a variety of melanoma after Bib Fortuna. With a film by R2-D2.
All right, now you're out. Bye. Everybody gets the same boot, man, on this one. That's how it goes. Best show, hi.
Ladies and gentlemen, your host, Secretary of Commerce, Wilbur Ross.
Okay, that's pretty good.
It's really good, don't you think?
Yeah, no, that was good. I mean,
have you seen this guy?
Wilbur Ross. No, I mean...
He's the Secretary of Commerce. He's 80, but he looks like he's, I don't know, deceased.
Okay.
That's the energy level. You know how Trump's always saying that everyone has low energy?
Mm-hmm.
This guy has negative energy.
So he actually siphons off other people's energy to keep them going.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I just... It's hard with these old timers.
Right? I do one more?
Yeah, keep going.
With musical guest, Stu Cook.
Stu Cook from Creedence Clearwater Revival.
The bassist, solo, doing two solo songs.
I'm picturing just bass and vocals?
Yes.
Like... He didn't even get a guitarist and a drummer.
He might not even been able to get any.
Yeah.
Like he had feelers out, but there were no takers.
People are passing on being on SNL.
Exactly. Stu. Yeah, I'm going to pass on that. Like, not even I have something else going on. It's just I'm passing.
Like they wouldn't even make up the lie that he knows is a lie.
Right.
They're just like, yeah, I don't want to do that.
Let me do one more.
Yeah, go ahead.
With a special stand-up set by Steve Carlton.
That's a Phillies pitcher?
Yes. He's like a noted crotchety weirdo.
So he'd go on the show... I'm picturing in his Phillies uniform.
Yes, but he was also known for wearing these giant fur coats, too.
So would he come out in the fur coat?
He'd have the fur coat over the vintage 70s, like the tight uniform.
Like the light blue?
Yes, the away uniform with, what do they call those, stirrups? Is that what those are, like the sock things?
Yeah, like a sock garter or something that they had on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I liked when the Pirates wore shorts. So let's hear your Don Pardo now.
Okay. It's Saturday Night Live. Oh no, my boyfriend's standing in front of me, shaking his head. Okay, I gotta turn around.
You tell him to knock it off, or I'll come over there. I'll punch him in the nose, and I mean it.
Tom says hi.
There you go. That's how that gets processed.
Oh, now he's trying to do his impression.
Tell him to wait his turn. Tell him to wait his turn. What does he think this is?
Wait your turn. You want to do it? You got to do it.
Community pool?
What's that?
What's he think this is a community pool? Everybody, wait your turn.
Hold on. I'll do mine and I'll tell him what the deal is. Okay. It's Saturday Night Live featuring Soy Bomb. Is that good? Did I win?
Yeah, that's good. You're still alive. Keep going.
I could do more than one?
Yeah, go.
Featuring Ellen Cleghorn.
Everybody goes to Ellen Cleghorn. That's everybody's default.
It's just the funniest. It's the funniest sounding Saturday Night Live name.
So they
Musical guest.
Okay, who's a musical guest?
Yo-Yo Ma.
So Yo-Yo Ma. It's a great episode with Soy Bomb is hosting, the guy who ran on stage when Bob Dylan played in the Grammys and danced around.
How could you forget?
That guy who used to be at I used to see that guy at if you were in a previous generation of comedy people, Claire, you would have been doing stand up next to that guy. He was at Luna Lounge. Michael Portnoy did stand up. Did like performance things at the Monday Night Eating It show a lot.
Was that did he ever like workshop Soy Bomb?
No, there was just a point where suddenly it was like everybody's just going to this Monday night comedy thing at the Luna Lounge on Ludlow, and then suddenly one night it's like, and everybody's just like, did anybody see that Michael Portnoy went on stage at the Grammys? It was just suddenly this thing. It's like that guy who's here in front of 100 people every week ran on stage at the Grammys. It said Soy Bomb on his chest. It was just very weird.
I'm sure. Well, the 90s, huh?
Yeah, but yes, the 90s. It was so great. It was the year 1990. That's how early it was.
Hey, that's when I was born.
It was 90. It was like late 90s.
Oh, okay, never mind. Can my boyfriend do his Don Pardo?
Of course. We can hear your boy.
You gotta do your Don Pardo. I'm explaining to him. But you can only choose one name, like the host. So, you got one? Okay, I'm gonna pass this on, okay?
Let's hear it.
Yeah, you say it's Saturday. You do the whole thing.
Oh,
okay,
boy.
1 second.
It's Saturday Night Live with your host, Chuck E. Cheese.
Okay, that's good. Keep going. Keep going.
Musical guest Barack Obama on a kazoo.
All right, now you're out of here. Barack Obama on a kazoo. Look, I know I got you to extend past what you're ready for. Chuck E. Cheese would be a good host, though. Your host, Chuck E. Cheese, and your host, Chuck E. Cheese. Ladies and gentlemen, Chuck E. Cheese. Best show, hi.
Hi, Tom. This is Brandon from Queens.
Brandon from Queens. What's up, Brandon?
Hey, I'd love to do my part for you.
Let's hear it.
All right.
Musical guest, Swans.
So the Swans are the musical guest, okay. Keep going.
And your host, Werner Herzog.
That's very good. What else you got?
Can I do a second musical
Yeah,
guest?
go ahead. Keep going.
Musical guest, Chuck Mangione.
Okay, and your host, do another one.
And your host, CC Sabathia.
That's very funny. This guy's good.
Can I do one more?
One more. You keep going.
All right.
Musical guest, Black Randy and the Metro Squad.
Okay, great. Get some Danger House punk on there. Keep going.
And one more host.
Yeah.
And your host, a series of cartoons by Robert Smigel.
So
all night.
The cartoons are hosting the show. That's fantastic. You
Thank
are in
you.
the lead, my friend.
Thank you, sir.
What's your name again?
Brandon from Queens.
Brandon from Queens. You did it. You did it, Brandon. You did it. Yeah, don't bother Paul Simon. I decided now. Don't go to the show with an air horn. That was a bad call. Because thinking through, if it sounded like if I was a huge Paul Simon fan and I'm watching him, right, and he's up there playing like one of my favorite songs,
and she don't try to hide it. She got diamonds on the soles of her shoes. He's a poor boy.
I wouldn't be into that.
Empty as a pocket, he's empty as a pocket with nothing to lose. Sing tonight, she got
I would not like that. I'm pulling that one off the table. Best show, hi.
Hey, this is Mike from Toronto.
Mike from Toronto. What do you got for me, buddy?
All right. This is Saturday Night Live, starring Darius Miles.
Darius
Lawrence
Miles from the Clippers. Darius Miles
and the Blazers.
I'm gonna say this: you're still alive. You're doing maybe the worst Don Pardo I've ever heard.
Thank
saying
you.
Darius Miles keeps you alive for 2 more.
Lawrence Thunderbird.
That keeps you alive for 1 more past the 2. So you got
Joel Prisbilla.
Okay, you're still alive.
Featuring Hubie Brown.
So Hubie Brown is a featured cast member. The
He's made it yet.
88-year-old.
He's still trying out.
Yeah.
Musical guest, Mark Farner.
Okay. Mark Farner from, what, Three Dog Night?
He was Grand Funk Railroad, and now he's an accomplished Christian musician.
Mm-hmm, okay.
And your host, Malcolm Gladwell.
Okay. You did very well. I'll say this. You're scrappy.
I gotta hire a ring.
Your impression is the pits, the absolute bottom of the barrel. But you wrote the fact that you just listed all these NBA guys. Isn't it always funny when you watch, like, Hubie Brown, and he's my favorite guy, and he's always just like, look, the thing you realize, LeBron James is a player that has to have the ball in his hands all the time. And so he's going to come down the floor, and he's looking to just distribute. So you got to have, he's got the most, just like the way he is, like, so matter-of-fact. It's the great. This announcer for the NBA is 100.
Just because he's old, yeah, people take him seriously. Just saying the most obvious, yeah.
But he's great. He still is great. He says things. I think some of his things are not obvious though. Like he'll just say like the usage rate on LeBron. Like, God, okay, you're done. Bye. 201-332-3484. We're doing the night of 1,000 Pardos. We're seeing what's up tonight here with you calling up as Don Pardo and doing your impression and. You get 1 through, then we'll see what you see if you can stay alive. Best show, hi.
Hey, Tom. My name is Charlie. I'm in Washington, D.C.
Charlie in Washington, D.C. What's up, Charlie?
So I got something for the night of 1,000 Pardos.
Let's hear it.
And your host, Steve Sharippa.
Okay, Steve Sharippa from Sopranos.
Musical guest, R. Crumb and his Cheap Suit Serenaders.
That's very good. That's the kind of garbage that they would have had on in the 70s, right?
I know, it's not that much of a stretch, right?
When they had that one loser on. What was that guy's name? Foghorn Leghorn? What's that guy's name? That guy? Leon Redbone. The guy was like, the guy who did the Mr. Belvedere theme. Frank's in the kitchen, that tastes so good. I said the guy, you remember that guy?
It's kind of like Tony Randall, Vivodio Doe.
No, Tony Randall's album, Vivodio Doe, him doing songs from the 20s, has nothing to do with Leon Redbone's thing. Tony Randall's was just like, Winchester Cathedral, thou bringing me down. No, his was more like, Alice doesn't live here anymore. She said, on the fall. Like, he sang in that thing. But that Leon Redbone was always like, around the wall.
It was more like that Michigan J. Frog.
No one liked
Redbone.
that. No one liked that stuff. Some phony baloney guy walking around. That's like dirty pot smoker music. Like when I was a kid, I was just like, yeah, it's dirty pot smokers. And I didn't even know what that meant at that point. When I'm seeing this as a child, I'm just like, yeah, that seems like filthy pot smokers. And I had no experience to judge pot smoking in a positive or negative thing, like, or hippies or anything. I knew nothing. I knew Spider-Man. And that seemed dirty and drug, like people doing drugs. This is a 6-year-old. Thank you.
Thanks, Tom.
Best show, hi.
Hi, this is Matt in Minneapolis. I have a little
welcome to the show. Gotta get you a little muffly there, Chief.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Is this any better?
A little better. All right, what do you got? What do you got for me?
Oh, sorry, what
do you got for me, Mumbles?
Okay, so here we go.
Live from New York, it's Saturday Night Live. Musical guest, Sarsaparilla, the singing gorilla, and your host, Avalanche Bob. Ladies and gentlemen, Avalanche.
You're out of here. See, this is the crime of the whole thing. Guy calls up with some of the best material. Musical guest Sarsaparilla, the singing gorilla. First of all, it's weird that he didn't have Avalanche Bob as the musical guest on the show. Musical guest Avalanche Bob and your host. Because this guy, Sarsaparilla, the singing gorilla, was a radio thing. When Dudio was like he used to be an old-fashioned DJ. In West Virginia, he was like a DJ. And was always like doing these carnival events and like things that are just very strange. And at one point he did a thing with a gorilla or something. I barely pay it. He talks about it. To be honest, I glaze over whenever he starts talking about it. I think he co-hosted with a gorilla once or something. I don't know. Sarsaparilla, the singing gorilla. Best show, hi.
With special guest, Sean Clements.
Oh, I like that. Keep going.
And featuring Gary Shandling.
All right, keep going.
And your host, America's Mayor, Rudy Giuliani.
Very good. What's your name, young man?
Kevin.
Where are you calling from, Kevin?
Kalamazoo.
Kevin from Kalamazoo. Top notch.
Hey, thanks, Tom.
Give me one more.
And musical guest, Bruce Hornsby in the Range.
Keep going. Keep going. You're hot. You're hot. Keep going.
Featuring A. Whitney Brown.
Keep going. You're good. It's like that NBA Jam game where the ball would catch on fire. Right now, the basketball's on fire. Keep going.
And special guest, Bill Lambier.
Keep going. You're going. You got it.
And Adrian Dantley.
All right, now you're out of here. Adrian Dantley. They'll think they throw a basketball player at me. I'm just going to swoon. Best show, hi.
Hi, Tom. How's it going?
It's going well. To whom am I speaking?
My name's Brian. I'm calling from Hoboken.
Brian from Hoboken. 07030.
You know it.
What do you got for me? From the Mile Square City, we got Brian in Hoboken.
Just got a quick Don Pardo for you.
Let's hear it.
It's Saturday Night Live with Susan Faludi.
Okay, very good. Keep going.
Tony Kukoc.
Okay.
Marky Post.
Very good.
Aransta Sanchez Vicario.
Okay. You're hot. Keep going.
Norman Schwarzkopf.
Keep going.
Sal Volcano.
Okay. You're doing good. Keep going.
And Christine Todd Whitman.
Give me two more.
Musical guest. Orchestral maneuvers in the dark. And your host, Jerky.
You did it. You represented Hoboken so well, young man.
Things down the kitchen, never bother no more. When you drop kick your dinner, Round the face on the floor.
That's what I want. What that guy's doing. Sign him. What? Really? Who? The Mushmouth over there? Sign him?
Streaks on the china, never mattered before.
One of the most exciting moments of my life was I was about to go pitch something at a network. And I'm in the waiting room. And I look across. No joke. I say to myself, holy bleep. That's Bryce Bleepin Beckingham, I think his name was. Is that his name? The kid from Mr. Belvedere, Wesley, was in that waiting room with me. That's Bryce. I'm saying to myself, that's Bryce Bleepin Beckham. The kid who Mr. Belvedere was always like, Wesley. He'd be like, hey, Mr. Belvedere, make me a sandwich. Wesley, I'm not making you a sandwich. You make it. Well, I don't know if that's exactly what the dynamic was. But I spotted that kid in the thing. I was never so excited in all my life. I hope he sold his show. Whatever you were pitching, Bryce Bleepin Beckham, I hope you sold it. I certainly didn't sell mine. That's why I'm here. First thing I sell, man, I throw this equipment right in the street. That's when you'll know I sold a show. When I drag this equipment in the street. Cars are driving over it. Best show, hi.
Hello?
Hello, hi.
Hey, got a Don Pardo for you.
What's your name now?
This is Patrick.
Patrick, where are you calling from?
Calling from South Carolina.
South Carolina, let's hear it.
Alright. Musical guest, King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard.
Okay, keep going.
And a cartoon by Harmony Korine.
Okay, very good. Keep going.
Featuring the Trachtenberg family slideshow players.
Go.
With Bruce Valanche.
All right.
Marina Abramovich.
All right.
And your host, the Sonic Guys.
That would be a great episode. Who was the musical guest?
Well, King Gizzard.
So it would be an episode of SNL where the Sonic Guys are on stage, and at one point the Sonic Guys go, "We got a great show for you tonight. King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. What is it again?
King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard.
Yeah, King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard are here. We'll be right back."
But first, a cartoon by Harmony Korine.
Yeah, well, I'm not showing a cartoon that early in the show. What are you, crazy? Remember when Donald Trump first hosted SNL? Do you remember the musical guest? He said, "We've got a great show for you tonight. Toots and the Maytals are here."
Oh, no.
Yes, he literally said that.
Wow.
Bye. Let's hear your Don Pardo.
Okay. After all that, it's not going to be good. Musical guest, Daniel Day-Lewis, with your host, the Dixie Chicks.
All right, you're out of here. Look, good guy. Agree with him on everything. His Don Pardo is lacking. Yes. So what do you got for me, Chief?
All right. Musical guest,
JD and the Straight Shot.
Okay.
And your host, James Dolan.
So in your thing, and first of all, your Don Pardo is the worst we've had tonight, I'm going to say. But I want to say this. In your demented fantasy, James Dolan, owner of the Knicks, is doing double duty on SNL. The rare double duty.
Following in Childish Gambino's footsteps?
Yes, and Justin Timberlake, Childish Gambino. Who else has had that honor? Garth Brooks did it with Chris Gaines. Musical guest Chris Gaines and your host Garth Brooks. And then
Garth Brooks had like that classic sketch with Will Ferrell where he was the devil.
Yes. That was a good one, right? That was funny when he was on. And then who was also the... did Ariana Grande do the same thing?
Did she do that, or did she just pop up in a bunch of sketches?
I think she might have done double duty. It's great to see she's getting married to Pete Pete Davidson.
Yep.
Seems like he's
very healthy.
He's ready to make us laugh. He seems like he's really dedicated to comedy right now, and
I think he quit social media for the 10th time today.
I can't. I'm about to quit for the 9th time, so I can't judge him too harshly. But no, look, he's whatever. Just be funny, would you? Would you just focus on come up with a couple new characters, would you? That's all. You're breathing a little too heavy. Get off my phone. I feel like I feel like it's 2001, and I'm going through the capsule here with Hal. Dave, please. I should have got that guy to call back up and breathe like that. I could have talked like Hal. Don't do this, Dave. Please. Best show, hi.
Hi. Hi, Tom.
Hi. To whom am I speaking?
This is Adam in Toronto.
Adam in Toronto. Do I know this Adam?
No. I've called only once before.
Okay. Well, I know you now. What's up, Adam?
I got a Pardo for you.
Let's hear it.
It's Saturday Night Live featuring Brendan Fraser.
Okay, so he's in the cast now.
Of course.
Okay, keep going.
Okay. Sharon Osbourne.
Okay. Another cast member?
Yeah.
Okay, keep going.
John Lithgow.
Keep going.
An animation by Hanna-Barbera.
So they've fallen on hard times and are providing cartoons for Saturday Night Live. Now keep going.
Okay. A dance competition featuring Bob Barker and Louis Anderson.
Okay. I'd like to see that. Who's the musical guest?
Musical guest, Bruce Willis.
Okay, and?
And your host, Paul Hogan.
This is a pretty good episode. Paul Hogan, Bruce Willis, musical guest. John Lithgow and Sharon Osbourne are in the cast. Hanna-Barbera providing a new cartoon. There's a dance competition portion of SNL now, which is a new segment.
I don't remember seeing that, but I thought it might, I don't know. Could help.
My friend, you did it. Thank you. Best show. Hi.
Live from New York, it's Saturday night with your host, Don Pardo.
Oh, you're the host of your own show.
Yes.
Keep going.
They gave me the gig.
Keep going.
40 years.
All right, I'm waiting. Let's hear more. Nothing? Okay. Fair enough. So let's hear what you got, Carolyn.
Okay, pardon me. And featuring Tony Booba.
Who?
Tony Booba.
Who's Tony Booba?
I picked him for two reasons. One, he's got a great name that sounds good in a Pardo voice. And two, he used to work with George Romero. He's a Pennsylvania, small-time filmmaker.
Okay. Tony Booba is the musical guest?
He's a featured player.
Featured player.
Yeah.
Give me one more.
He's on camera. One more?
Yeah.
Musical guest, the Isley Brothers.
Carolyn, very good.
Thanks, Tom.
You have a great night.
You too.
Thanks. Best show, hi.
Hey, I just have a Pardo for you.
What's your name now?
This is Mark from Boston.
Mark from Boston. What's up tonight, Mark?
Not much. Just listening to hundreds of Pardos.
Yeah.
Thousands.
Well, let's hear what you got, Chief.
Featuring Kevin Corrigan.
Okay, Kevin Corrigan. I like that. Kevin Corrigan's in the cast.
Musical guest, Richard Hell and the Voidoids.
Okay.
With your host, Peter Dinklage.
All right. That's a good episode. Peter Dinklage, Richard Hell, and Kevin Corrigan's in the cast. Very good. You have a great night, buddy. Best show, hi.
Hey, this is Daniel in Brooklyn.
Daniel in Brooklyn. What neighborhood you in, Daniel?
I'm in Williamsburg.
All right. Let's hear what you got, buddy.
All right. Featuring LT.
Lawrence Taylor?
Yes.
Okay, so New York Giant legend Lawrence Taylor is in the cast of the show.
He's a performer.
Okay. He's a featured player. Keep going.
Federico Castelluccio.
Who's that now?
Furio from The Sopranos.
Okay. So Furio and LT. This is one of those transition years for SNL.
Yeah.
Clearly. Keep going.
Carol Spinney.
Carol Spinney from the Monty Python sketches. Oh no, Carol Spinney is Big Bird.
Big Bird.
That's right. I'm thinking of Carol Cleveland. Keep going.
Musical guest, Anthony Kiedis and the E Street Band.
That begs 500 questions when you find out that Anthony Kiedis is fronting the E Street Band right now. Then there are questions like, did Bruce Springsteen fire the E Street Band? Is Bruce Springsteen still alive? Why is Anthony Kiedis solo now? What happened to the other Red Hot Chili Peppers? Are the E Street Band cool with this, or is this a temporary thing? It's like that is you just created the biggest question mark imaginable. That suddenly you'd be like, what's going? Why is Anthony Kiedis fronting the? Oh my God! Keep going.
And your host, Ernie Anastas.
Local newsman Ernie Anastas. You. Well, what's your name again?
Daniel.
Daniel, where are you calling from?
Brooklyn.
Oh, that's right. Daniel, you just stole my heart away, Daniel. You just captured my heart. Very funny, young man. Mate.
Mate.
That was great. That was unbelievable. Can you believe that, Mike? You like that? E Street Band. He's with the Bruce Springsteen's gone. And now who knows why. I don't know. That was great. That charmed me to no end. I don't know what to say to that. I loved it. That made my night. Damn. Anthony Kiedis and the E Street Band. Who would have thunk it? Right? That's weird. But, you know, stranger things have happened. Wait, is that why that show's called Stranger Things? I just got that. Musical guest, Robert Fripp. Musical guest, Robert. I can't do it. That's not working. All right, let's go back. Best show, hi.
Hello.
Hello, hi.
Hi, I have a Don Pardo impression.
Let's hear it.
Okay. Starring Pig Champion.
Okay, Pig Champion from Poison Idea is now what, in the cast?
Yeah, that's starring.
Okay, go ahead.
Featuring Phoebe Rebozo.
Okay, Bibi Rebozo, the Nixon secretary in Watergate, right?
That's the one.
Okay, keep going.
And featuring Brian O'Halloran.
From Clerks.
Musical guest, Dag Nasty.
Okay, Dag Nasty.
And your host, Blackula.
All right, very good. Very excited that Pig Champion is in the cast on SNL. Best show, hi.
Hey, Tom, this is Brad from Portland.
Brad from Portland. What's up, Brad?
Just having a wonderful hot night here in Portland, Oregon.
Hot night in Portland, huh?
Oh, yeah. But I guess what I got for you. I got some good guests and musical guests.
Just go, Brad. It's all yours.
All right. Tonight's musical guest, Juicy J, 8-Ball, and MJG, with host Steve-O.
So Steve-O is hosting. All right. I like it.
With, members of 3-6 Mafia, because I always figured that it's funny that Don Pardo had no idea about the music he was announcing.
Mm-hmm. Yes. No, he would get stuff wrong a fair amount of the time.
And it was just funny to me that some, God rest his soul, older gentleman was announcing music and guests that he probably had no interaction with or how to, he was probably looking at the script just wondering what he was even saying at some point.
What do you think when he's looking at the thing and suddenly he's got to go, musical guest, the Baha Men? What do you think? Think he was cranking Who Let the Dogs Out all week?
No.
No, you're
That's the funniest part to me, is all those guests, like, if he was saying, like, MIA.
Yeah.
Like he has a copy of a ruler.
Yes, he was sitting there. Yes, he's sitting there staring at it as he's flipping through his vinyl.
Exactly.
All right, Brad. Bang. So Z-Man, let's get back to the matter at hand. Do you have a Don Pardo impression to do?
Yeah, no, it sounds like, are we supposed to be pitching like a whole lineup?
You do whatever you want. You do whatever comes natural to you.
Okay.
There's no right or wrong with this.
Okay. Musical guest, Hoobastank.
Okay. Keep
That's
going.
all I got.
That's
I
all
just
you
thought
got.
That would be a fun one to say.
What if this was the episode of SNL? What if you're home watching SNL suddenly here, like, live from New York, it's Saturday night, right? Suddenly it's like, the music kicks in and you hear, it's Saturday Night Live. Feature, like, with the not ready, do they still say that? Not ready for, right?
I don't think they've said that in a long time.
Yeah, it's been about 40 years since it's said. But suddenly then they just go, they go, they go, and they just name Muppets then. What would you do?
Well, I mean, they were on the original cast.
No, but this not those trash Muppets. Nobody liked those 7-foot Muppets. Nobody liked the 7-foot Muppets.
Yeah, we've discussed this before.
So it's not them. So I'm just saying it's not them. But they go, Kermit the Frog, right? Miss Piggy, Beaker, right? The Swedish Chef. Does he have a name, or is that his name?
No, that's his name.
And then what if they go, and then musical guest, Dr. Teeth, and your host. Right? Who'd be the host? Who'd be a good host for this Muppet? This Muppet thing. Right? Tom Green. Right? Would you watch that episode?
Yeah, I probably would check it out.
So what do you got? What do you got for me, buddy?
I'm going to give the Pardo a shot, man.
Let's hear it.
Do it. All right. Musical guest, Infectious Grooves.
Keep going.
And your host, John Malkovich.
All right. Very good.
Thank you.
It was good. A lot of good people tonight, huh, Mike? He's gone. He left. Say that again, Mike.
About the baffle?
No, not about the baffle. About the making people happy.
Yeah, you can only try and make yourself happy.
Okay, say it again.
You can only try and make yourself happy.
You can only try and make yourself happy, huh? Yeah, because life's hard, huh?
Yeah, some people are better at it than others.
Of making themselves happy?
Yeah.
Is that something you're good at?
No.
You're not good at making yourself happy, eh?
No, not at all. Oh, here we go. My music.
Because it's hard, right?
Yeah, it's hard.
Try to make yourself happy.
Yeah.
Because you don't know how to do it.
No.
It's not like you have a lot of practice in it.
No.
Say something. Come on, help me. For the love of God, help me.
Yeah. I think it may be genetic, too.
You mean being happy?
Yeah, I think some people are just born with a happy gene.
Some people are born with it. What are the people who don't have it? What are they born with?
They're born with the struggling gene.
That everything's a struggle?
Yeah.
You know, I get you. Sometimes it is always a struggle, huh?
You can have moments of happiness.
Yeah.
They're usually brief, fleeting.
Yeah. But when you have those moments of happiness and you feel it going away, Mike, you know what?
Yeah.
You say to yourself, you say, you're here now, you might go away, but you're here right now. I'm going to hold on to you and I'm going to remember what you feel like. I'm allowed to be happy. These other people, they're happy. I look on this Instagram, I see them on the beach. Everybody's on the beach. Does everybody live on the beach now? When did that happen?
Yeah.
So you know what? Maybe I'm not on the beach, but you know what? I got a beach in my heart. I'm allowed to go to the beach in my head.
And you're not going home with sand in your crack.
That's okay. You're not going home with sand in your crack. That's a fair point. But you know what? You get the beaches wherever you are. You're at the beach. You close your eyes, suddenly you're at the beach.
Yeah.
What do you think of when you think of the beach, Mike?
blistering sunburn.
Okay, that's not exactly the road I was trying to go down with this, but I'll take it. But, you know, you get the sunburn because you enjoy being out in the sun and having a nice time. So you're out in the sun, you have a nice time. And look, maybe slobs like you and slobs like me, Mike, we don't get to go to the beach the way everybody else does. But you know what? We get to go. We close our eyes and we're at the beach, and we open our eyes and we're back in the real world. And we're out there. And guys, slobs like me and slobs like Mike, we're trying to make a difference, right, Mike?
Yeah, we are.
We're trying to change the world one slob at a time, doing everything we can. Say something.
And no sand in our cracks.
And no sand in our cracks. There we go. That's a moment of triumph if there ever was one. That's right, and that's what we do. Loving it. Special will be back next week.
A place